Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Lion, the Way, and the War, where we talk about Jesus, His church, and the spiritual battle that we all face. My name is Craig Allison, and I'll be your host. Okay, so today's episode, I'm sitting down with Emily Foster from Gallatin, Tennessee. It's Gallatin, right?
Yeah.
Gallatin, Tennessee. Emily is a sophomore this year, I believe, and she is a student, obviously, at University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. And so I'm really excited and happy. I've got a special treat for you today.
Oh.
So I enjoy talking to students especially and getting y'all's story. But we're going to just kind of have a brief discussion about you moving to Chattanooga and how you came to know me and all of that. So tell us a little bit about what made you decide to come to UTC in the first place.
Yeah. UTC was actually my second option. I toured it and I really liked it, but I was like, it's still my second option. I'm not sure I want to go. And then I also toured UT Knoxville, and I was like, because UT Knoxville was my first option. Mm-hmm. But then I was like, I don't really like it. It's not for me. And then that decision was made for me because I didn't get into UTK. So I was like, okay, I'll just go to UTC, and maybe this is God's way of showing me that I need to be here in Chattanooga instead of in Knoxville. And I think I'm where I'm meant to be. So,
well, I'm glad things didn't work out. Not to sound bad, but
right,
I'm glad
me
things
too.
didn't work out for you in Knoxville because I've enjoyed getting to know you, and I'm glad that you stuck around even after you met me and my family. You decided to stay. That was a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so for the listeners there, Emily is a special person to our family, primarily because what? Well, you're laughing. I haven't even said anything yet.
Because you could say so many things right now.
I could. I'm going with the hot sauce.
Oh, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have this thing at our house sometimes where people that want to show that they're brave enough will work through a series of hot sauces, and Emily decided that she was going to do that with a little bit of prompting from me.
A lot. There was a lot of prompting.
There was a little bit. And so she ate. Now, some of these hot sauces, I don't know if y'all are familiar with Hot Ones.
Hot Ones,
is that the name of the show? Yeah, so they work their way up, and they have some pretty hot sauces there at the end that are, I don't know, like there's this Scoville rating, and some of them are like in the millions of Scoville units. To give some perspective of that, like a jalapeno, really hot jalapeno peppers, like 100,000. And so you worked your way up. You were eating some hot sauces that were over 1 million Scoville units.
Yeah.
And that didn't set too well with your stomach.
No, it did not.
So you're sitting in my den, and everything's fine. We could tell because you were like red-faced and sweating a little bit. And then I think you were telling a conversation. You were in mid-sentence, and you just like went and vomited, and you just caught it in your hands like it was no big deal, and you just kept on talking.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to do that. And that's what I did.
I knew then that you were going to be my hero. That was pretty amazing. So as with, I just want to kind of keep the tradition rolling here. I decided to do something a little bit interesting. Rather than me just asking you different questions, I've brought in, because you and I had another conversation about cheese.
Right, we did.
And you're kind of like a cheese connoisseur. You like cheese.
I love cheese.
And so I wanted to just sort of hear live, although it's technically not live, but we're not going to edit this. I mean, we're going to run with this. Yeah. I wanted to test your knowledge of cheeses, and it's going to be like a multiple choice kind of thing. So I'm going to have you test some cheese, and then if you get one wrong, you're going to draw a question out of this cup right here.
Oh, that's interesting. And I have to answer it?
You absolutely have to answer.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to answer it. So
interesting.
You probably don't want to draw questions that I've come up with out of the cup. Just saying. So you want to be careful with your selection of cheese. Like, think about it as you taste it. And you should do pretty good because of the conversation I had. You seem to be pretty familiar with cheeses. So you ready to do this?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so hang on just a second. Let me move this out of my way.
Oh, you're okay. Oh. No way.
So I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up. We've got 9 different cheeses here, numbered 1 through 9. So we're just going to go one by one, and you're going to taste the cheese, and I'm going to give you like a multiple choice, and you're going to tell me what type of cheese that is.
Okay.
Okay.
I
So
got you.
pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
It's like I'm taking an exam. Okay. Do I just pick one?
Hang on.
Okay.
I have to get my list out here so I know which one. Now, I've tasted all of these cheeses too.
Okay.
So we're going to start off I would say pretty easy.
Okay.
If you know your cheeses, you should do very well. So go ahead. The one labeled number 1, go ahead and try that one.
Okay, number 1.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it smells interesting. One thing about me, I'm going to smell everything before I put it in my mouth.
It's probably good.
Okay. It smells like just like weird cheese. I'm like chewing into the mic. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. That's part of the magic of this. Is the audience can hear
a
you
little
chewing
ASMR,
the cheese.
if you will.
Okay.
Do I get my multiple choice?
Yeah. Okay. So you ready for? Okay. So is it Swiss, American, or Gouda?
Oh gosh. Swiss.
It is Swiss.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm surprised that you struggle with that because Swiss is like it's a pretty
I don't
easy.
eat Swiss a lot.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't really eat Swiss that much. It's not like I'm gonna pick for that to go on my burger.
Well, and 2, Swiss is not like. I don't know a lot of people that just eat Swiss to be eating Swiss,
Yeah, it's
like
weird.
by itself.
Yeah.
I like it on burgers and
Sorry
stuff.
if you do that, but
Yeah.
that's weird.
Okay, number 2.
Okay.
It's an orange cheese,
Very
so that should be a kind of a giveaway right there. All right, so is that Swiss, cheddar, or Asiago?
Cheddar.
Very good. It is cheddar. Okay, 2 for Emily. Just so far, so good.
Yes.
But I told you, remember, we're starting out kind of easy.
Right.
All right, just to get you warmed up.
My mom's gonna be so proud of me. Hey, Mom.
Okay, so Swiss and cheddar. If you need to know what Swiss and cheddar taste like, just ask Emily. She'll let you know.
I got
Okay,
you.
go ahead and get number 3.
Oh, it smells spicy.
Flashbacks.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit of a flashback. That's crazy.
All right, so number 3 is that pepper jack, brie, or camembert.
Pepper jack.
Yeah, the spiciness should have been a giveaway, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so 3 for 3. Okay, number 4.
Ooh. It's pretty good.
Okay, number 4 is that cheddar, Colby Jack, or Cotija.
Colby Jack.
Okay, I mean you're knocking it out of the park, Emily. Okay, it's about to get real though.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like, is
so
that all one?
it's all
piece?
one piece. Yeah, they're all about 1.5 inches long. So yeah. Okay, so you're gonna try number 5.
Pick up this piece. Looks like it's moldy, but it's just green.
It's not moldy. Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna have a distinct flavor to it.
Hello. Tastes like soap.
Interesting.
That's weird.
Okay, so is that Edam, Shakarag Blue, or Fontina?
You're so wrong for this. That's crazy. Can you say those again?
Is it Edam, Shakarag Blue, or Fontina?
I don't know. Fontina?
That is incorrect.
Dang it.
That is Shakarag
No.
Blue. And so some interesting things about it. It's a cow's milk cheese, and it's
Okay.
named after Shakarag Hollow on the Cumberland Plateau in Tennessee. So this is a Tennessee cheese.
Interesting.
And it was the 2022 American Cheese Society competition winner in the blue veined category.
Right. I don't really like it. So,
So blue cheeses are like so blue cheese goes like with hamburgers. You see them, like a blue cheese hamburger in certain salads because it's a strong flavored cheese.
yeah.
A lot of the Christmas cheese balls have like a blue cheese in them too. So, okay.
Do I have to draw a question?
Draw a question.
Oh, gosh. This is stressful. I can't believe you put me on this to make me stress. That's crazy. Oh, it's a long one.
All right, just go ahead and read that.
Okay. If you could go back and talk to high school Emily, what would that conversation look like?
Okay, let's talk about that. Everything that you know now, right? Some of your 2 years of college experience, and you could go back and talk to yourself in high school. What would be some of the things that you would say to her, advice that you would give her?
Oh, probably just like, this is going to be like so cliche, but like, girl, it's like not that serious. Like I would just be like, you're going to make it and it's going to be okay. And there are going to be a lot of things that like really suck. And like, but you're going to get through them and you're going to see the other side and it's going to be okay. Because, like, high school was, like, it wasn't hard. It was just, like, I really wasn't myself. And, like, it was just, like, not me. So
would high school Emily believe you if you gave her that advice?
probably not. She'd probably be like, girl, what? Like, you're dumb.
So, like, any advice for college, high school Emily, talking about, since you've had going to the second year of college now, so... Like, would you tell her anything about college specifically, or just like
that? It like people say like it does go by fast, and like it's gonna be the best few years of your life because it is, because like you'll meet some of your best friends, you'll meet some of the greatest people ever, and you never want to go home, which is great, but your mom misses you a lot, so probably go back and see her a little bit more than you do, but yeah, it's the best time ever.
Good.
So.
Okay. I think that's good advice. Yes, it is cliche.
Right, but what would you expect from me?
But yeah, it's good advice. Okay, so let's move on to cheese number
6.
6. Go ahead and try 6.
This one also has a little bit of green to it.
It does, and that is something that I'm going to tell you after you eat it.
What?
Yeah. Go ahead. You'll like it. I feel like you're going to like this
Every
one.
Every time you say, "Oh, you'll like it," I usually don't like it. So,
but you will like this. I feel confident.
Oh, that is strong. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay. Do I just like bite it down the middle?
You just eat the whole thing. Yeah, it's good.
No,
yeah,
thank
you can.
you.
Yeah.
It's like got no taste.
Okay, that's because you literally took a mouse nibble to it.
No, I
so
didn't.
You need to eat a bigger piece of that cheese.
Okay, fine.
Be adventurous. This is probably going to be the only time you ever get to do something fun like this.
That's okay. Fun?
Yeah.
What?
You're not enjoying yourself.
No, I am. This is just so funny to me. Like, okay.
Okay, so you got the flavor in your mouth now?
Yeah.
Okay. So is that feta, Petite Basque, or Coppinger?
I'm going to go with Coppinger.
Is that it? Are you just guessing?
I'm guessing.
Okay, it is. It's actually Coppinger.
Because I know what feta is, and then I was like, I don't know, I'm just going to go with
process of elimination.
Correct.
Okay. So a little thing about that Coppinger, it's also another, there were 2 Tennessee cheeses on there. So that was the second one. And so Coppinger, it's a semi-firm cheese with a striking layer. Get this, that gray thing in the middle there. Mm-hmm. So that's actually vegetable ash. They burn vegetable and take the ash and put it in there. And there's a whole lot of reasons why they do that, but it's not an uncommon thing to do that in cheese.
That's crazy.
And so it's a nod to its French cousin, basically, which is more bare cheese. I don't know if you've ever had that, but
never. But okay.
All right, try number 7.
Okay. This one has been stressing me out this whole time I've been looking at the plate, because it's a little gooey looking.
It's a type of cheese spread. Yeah.
It does not smell good. What is this?
Yeah. That one, now trust me on this one, that one is going to be better if you eat all of it, not just a piece of it, because that outside crust layer is important to get the full flavor.
I thought you weren't supposed to eat the outside crust
layer. On this one you are.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you for real?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. It just smells so off-putting.
Yeah, it's a pungent kind of cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cheers. What?
Nothing.
Was I not supposed to do that?
No, you were. It's just an awful cheese. That's why I brought the dark chocolate in, because I figured after this one you may want to. It'll stay with you. That cheese. Can you smell it from over there? Parker's way over here. He's got his nose covered. I can smell it.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Okay, so let's see if you know what that cheese is, and if you don't, you're going to learn something. This is a cheese that you probably want to avoid, so you need to know the name of this.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that Taleggio, Grana Padano, or Mimolet?
At this point, I think you're just making up words.
No, these are all cheese. I don't know that I'm pronouncing them correctly, but they are the names. So the choices are Taleggio, Grana Padano, or Mimolet.
I'm gonna go with the Grana one.
The Grana Padano.
Mm-hmm.
Padano. No, it's Taleggio. Taleggio. And so it's a type of Italian cheese made from whole cow's milk. The crust is not only edible, but it's considered great combination with the soft and smooth, kind of creamy interior. So that's why I said you want to eat both of them together because they contrast.
Well, they should get rid of that one because it's terrible.
I did not like it at all.
It's like it doesn't have much taste, but it's just like the aftertaste is crazy.
It's not pleasant.
No. Okay.
I would think it'd go better on like a spread of some, like a cracker or something. All right, draw a question.
Number two.
What's it going to be?
What's the best thing you've learned so far? That's interesting.
In life.
In life or like just in college?
In everything, everywhere. Like it could be college. Just what's the best thing that you've ever learned? To avoid that kind of cheese right there.
Yeah, literally, that's number one. That was crazy. Ew. Honestly, again, gonna be cliche, but I feel like it's so important to like. It's gonna be probably to like choose the right people, because going back to high school, like I had great friends, but they're not like compared to the people that I have here and that I have now. It's just like astronomical. And it was like that was a point in my life where I was young and I didn't experience a lot. I was obviously, but now that I've realized my worth, and I've realized that like your inner circle is extremely important, and that you like if your goal is to get to heaven, you want your friend group's goal to also to get you and them to heaven.
Okay, so I can't let that go. You chose to be at the Christian Student Center. And you could have chosen a lot of other places in college to hang out, organizations to be involved with, but you specifically landed at the Christian Student Center. I would hope some of that was purposeful and not completely accident. But so in light of your answer, how you being involved in the Christian Student Center, how has that helped you?
Because I think the CSC has been so important for me and like these relationships that I've built, because like I went to a private high school back home, but private schools, they're not really full of people who like are there to like grow their faith deeper. They're just there because their parents are there or they're for sports and stuff like that. So going to CSC, like everybody is there for a reason, and everybody's there to grow their faith and to become better and to one day get to heaven. So
okay. Yeah, it's always uplifting for me to hear students coming in that may not be completely, like totally tuned in to their spirituality yet, but they get involved with a group who all have that like mindset. They're all working towards that, and it just kind of pulls you along. So it speaks to the power of hanging out with the right people, truly, and I think that's part of it. Okay, so let's jump to cheese number 8. Yeah, cheese number 8.
I still have a taste in my mouth from number 7. I'm serious.
There is, if you want to eat some chocolate there to kind of cleanse your palate, if you will. And while Emily cleanses her palate, I'll take this opportunity to just interject about sponsorships for the show. We are a brand new YouTube station, so we would really like for you to subscribe and share to this. Today's episode is going to be sponsored by Central Church of Christ, and they are located at 400 Vine Street in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We'd love to have you come worship with us at some point. Get to know us, visit with us. We've got a lot of exciting ministries, a lot of exciting things happening. So, okay, Emily, you got your...
I'm ready.
Okay, great.
This one doesn't smell as bad as that other one.
I actually like this one a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, so is that either Petite Basque, Gruyere, and I know I'm not saying that right, or halloumi?
Is it Gruyere?
It is not. It is Petite Basque, or
Basque?
Basque.
Oh.
Basque.
I thought you were saying bass, and I was like,
Petite
the
Basque.
fish?
A little bit about that. It's made by sheep shepherds in the mountains that border France and Spain, but on the French side, it's made from leftover curds from milking their sheep.
Oh.
So that's a goat. It's a goat cheese, goat milk cheese.
Interesting. It's pretty good.
It is good. Yeah, it's got a great flavor.
Question time.
Question time.
This one says, "What is? Oh gosh, what is something you have never told your parents?" Craig.
This one is for your mother, Sandy.
Yeah, who's definitely watching. Oh, thanks so much, Craig. Oh, I don't know. There's probably a lot of things.
What's it gonna be?
I know. I'm trying to figure out which one's gonna get me the least in trouble. Probably, I don't know. She may already know this, but I definitely never told her, and I was pretty good at it. But in the third grade,
Oh, wow, we're going back to the third grade.
This has been with
it's
me.
been
ever
heavy
since.
heavy on your heart
It
since
truly
third
has.
grade.
I'm
Okay.
serious. I cheated on one of my on like all of my spelling tests, and one time I cheated so well that I got a double 100, but it was from the kid next to me. So
Wow.
yeah. So most of the time, Mom, if I came home with a double 100, it was because I cheated. So
And you can't spell to this day.
correct. I
Because
still
of that
cannot
right
spell.
there.
Yeah.
We're just going to have to stop the show. I'm so disappointed in you right. I'm just that cut. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. We're down to the last cheese.
We are number 9.
I saved the best for last.
Really?
I did.
This one is very orange.
It is very orange.
Like it's more orange than cheddar.
Yeah.
Is it actually good?
I liked it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's worth eating the whole thing too.
I'm not going to eat the whole thing because the last time I did that, I almost cried. So thank you so much.
Okay, well,
I'll
take a
pass.
bite if you like it, then eat the rest of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That I can do.
You take like the smallest little niblets. I mean,
don't.
That's like a little flea bite.
No, it's not. That's pretty good.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and
Okay, I'm
Go
going to
ahead
snack
and-
on this the rest
go
of the
ahead
time.
and eat the rest of that. Because I feel like you should know me well enough now to know that I'm totally setting you up for something.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so that cheese
Maybe I'll just not eat this.
that cheese was actually banned in 2013 because it was a very dangerous cheese for human consumption.
Oh, okay.
But before we get into that, and before you fall out from
What?
death, before you die, is that cheese either Havarti, Manchego, or Mimolette?
The second one.
You're going with Manchego. No, it's Mimolette. Mimolette. A little bit about Mimolette. It's bright orange, as you saw.
Thank you.
It was it's made in Normandy, France.
Okay.
As I just told you, it was banned in 2013.
Yeah.
So it's aged in caves in France. So these old caves, and so they put it in there on these nets, and the particular caves that they use attracts these specific molds. and that specific mold attracts what's called a cheese mite. It's a little bug. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Craig.
Completely, I'm straight up with you. You guys can research this too. And so the cheese mites come and they eat the mold. And so they found with this particular cheese, there were too many cheese mites to allow to. So they're saying, cheese, you can eat cheese mites, but that particular cheese had too many, so they had to ban it. So, yeah, too many bugs in the cheese, which was the problem.
I hate bugs. Why are you trying to kill me, man?
You liked that cheese though, right? It was good.
You're so annoying for that.
It's not banned anymore though. They unbanned it, thankfully, because it's a great cheese. So Mimolette, it's good cheese. I highly recommend Mimolette cheese. All right, draw a question.
Oh my goodness. What is the hardest part about growing your faith while in college?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one. Probably just that you're not like different from everybody, but you have like a different goal in mind. Like college students today, they want to just go and drink and party and do whatever like that looks like for them. But for like Christians like myself, like you want to grow your faith and you don't want to be a part of that scene. And you want to surround yourself with good people who are going to help you get to heaven, and you're going to church on Sundays and Wednesdays. And that just doesn't, like, you're just different from other people. And
so what makes that hard?
Sometimes you feel like sometimes when I'm on campus, like, and I have like Jesus Loves You on or something like that, like I feel like people stare at me or they look at me weird, and they're like, and I'm like, but it's true. Like, that may not be your scene, and you may not be here for the right reasons, or you may be drinking and partying on the weekends, but that's not what I'm doing. And everybody's got different things that they do and that they enjoy, and that's mine.
I do talk to a lot of college students, and I'd say the vast majority of them, the expectation is to come to college and get into the party scene.
Right.
And those who get plugged into the student center, not to say that we don't have some there that they probably do go out and party and stuff. I mean, I'm not naive on that.
Right.
But for the most part, I think the students are like you, where they've decided that's not the type of college experience that they want.
Yeah.
But with that comes the acceptance that, I mean, you are giving up like the typical college experience.
Yeah.
And I've actually talked to some that have asked me the question, am I going to regret that? Like, am I going to look back and miss the fact that I didn't do some partying and do the typical, fun stuff that the college students have? And I mean, on the surface, I'll, say, well, of course not. That's stupid. Why would you say that?
Yeah.
But the deeper part of that is, there's maybe more complexity to that than what we realize, because you've got all the stuff that goes with that, the peer pressure and everything like that. Yeah. And it's packaged. It's attractive for a lot of people, and it is something that you look at, I think, especially as a college student, and realize that is something I'm walking away from, or that's something that I'm choosing not to be a part of. And so going back to the first question is surrounding yourself with the right people becomes so crucially important.
Yeah.
As a college student to not get pulled into that type of atmosphere.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a seriously legitimate conversation. So I appreciate that. You dropped a question on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Even though we ran out of cheeses, I want you to go ahead, because that's going to be the last question.
What is your most embarrassing moment? You're so annoying.
I know.
Yeah, you do. Probably throwing up in your house.
Really? I mean, you handle that like it was just not a big deal, like you do that at everybody's house.
Yeah, well, I don't do that at everybody's house.
Okay. I mean, again, I'm still like really impressed how you just like kept right on going.
Thank you.
Nothing had happened.
Well.
So, it burned your nose too, didn't it?
Extremely. For like an hour and a half after. Yeah. It was crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Last question. Now we're at
the last question.
Okay. What has been the best thing about being in college?
Ooh.
And you can't say being on this podcast.
I wasn't going to, don't worry. Probably the friendships that I've made, and like the freedom that I have to just do whatever I want, really. Okay. And like the freedom to like choose my faith and to kind of figure out my faith like on its own. Because like until I went to college, my faith was my parents' faith.
Yeah.
And because I went to their church and I keep hitting the cord and I like everything like that. But now that I'm grown and I'm away from them, like my faith has become mine truly. And I truly believe these things.
What does that feel like?
It's really fun. It's kind of scary because I'm kind of like, oh, like my parents have always taught me that, but I believe this or something like that. But it's cool because I can see myself becoming an adult and becoming my own person instead of just like Scott and Sandy's daughter.
Yeah.
So,
Emily, thank you for being here on the show today. I appreciate it.
of course, thanks
it was
for
fun.
having me.
Thanks for being a sport and playing the cheese game.
Of course.
So we learned a little bit about cheeses and
Cheese.
Yeah, good stuff. So give us feedback, share, subscribe to our channel. Like I said, we would love to have you listen in, and as always, give us feedback. If you are wanting to hear something specific, let us know what that is, and we'll do our best to cover that topic on our show. Okay, final thoughts. I'm going to read a scripture out of Philippians chapter 3, starting in verse 12. Not that I have already obtained this or am already perfect, but I press on to make it my own, because Christ Jesus has made me his own. Until our next podcast of The Lion, the Way, and the War, love one another, be kind to one another, and remember that the creator of this universe loves you so much that he gave up his only son for you. Have a blessed day.